Konnichiwa Mina. Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to be talking about One Piece chapter 1086 titled The Five Elder Planets. So if you guys would like to see more One Piece chapters from me, definitely subscribe to the channel. So let's get started. So we start off the chapter with, and so the curtain drew closed on Reverie, before the news of King Cobra's murder came to life. So this chapter is prior to King Cobra's death. So I will keep that in mind. So we see Higaram, one of the Baroque Works members, yelling and holding up a picture of Vivi, saying, "This is Princess Vivi of Alabasta. Has anybody seen her?" So he's searching around looking for Vivi, and then we see Pell go into his hawk form or his bird form, looking for Vivi from above. Then we cut to Wapol and Vivi, and Wapol is all like, "Whose ship is this?" And then Vivi responds, "This is not a ship. This is Aegis Kingdom." So Wapol and Vivi are in Aegis Kingdom. So that's really cool. And then we see Captain Morgan pretty much shouting the news, like he always do. Yeah, so talking about the manhunt of Vivi, basically, so yeah. So then Vivi asks, what exactly did you see in there, Wapol? And then Wapol is like freaking out, talking about, "I'd like to tell you to leave me alone and go back to your own ship." And then he's like, "I can't. The CP0 is no joke, and that they're after me, and it won't matter how much everyone tries to help. These agents won't rest until I'm back in their custody." So Wapol, for the right reasons, is freaking out because the CP0 are after him, because of course he has Vivi. And then we see the ship. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, so we see a ship here. Like, and then it says, "Now let me borrow your transponder snail. I need to talk to my father as soon as possible." Oh, okay. So Vivi, like, is saying, "Hey, I need to get this snail to talk to my father, to let him know that I'm okay," and things like that. So yeah. So then we see more of the villagers. They're looking for Vivi. Well, no, they're looking for Sabo. Yeah, they're looking for Vivi. So one person has the picture of Vivi, and then of course Sabo is going nuts over her. And then we see another person holding Sabo. So Sabo is also a wanted target as well. And then we cut back to the Tanjin Kingdom ship, which is the Hatch section. And then we have the Luis Kingdom ship, which is the Bulge section. And then it looks like we have Bonnie here, and then he's like so she's all like on her knees talking about, "I'm hungry." And then we see Sabo. It looks like Sabo. Yeah, that might be Sabo. So Sabo is laying at the bottom of the Luisa Kingdom ship, saying, "If I can just make it to Luisa, I know I can figure something out." And then of course Sabo is having like this flashback. So this whole thing's a flashback now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, so we get a flashback of the two ships. And then yeah, so Sabo's having the flashback. "You will live on, you must live on." Like, and then of course Sabo is like crying and stuff, for Cobra. And then it says, "It didn't take long for the two key stories to spread across the globe: the murder of King Cobra of Alabasta and the disappearance of his daughter Vivi." And then now we cut to the Holy Land of Mary Gorosei, the man they call Sabo. So then we cut back to the Gorosei here. And basically they're talking about the whole Will of D thing. Like, how else can you account for him consistently being surrounded by those who bear the Will of D? So they have questions about the Will of D and stuff like that. And then we go to the Pangea Castle. Oh, so we're going to all kinds of places. Pangea Castle Flower Room. And then it looks like Eam is saying the time has come to put Vegapunk's invention to the test. Use Mother Flame. So Mother Flame is an invention created by Vegapunk, which must be a pretty smart invention because Vegapunk is a very smart guy. So yeah, and they have it, and the Gorosei have it, and they're gods. Yeah, that's pretty scary. That is pretty scary. Is it true that we haven't had the chance to try it out before now? Yeah, so this Mother Flame, they haven't tested it out. They don't know what this weapon is gonna do. So, yeah. So there's no way to ascertain his effectiveness yet. Sorry, guys. Depending on how well this experiment goes, Egghead may reconsider its response. So they're targeting Egghead, which makes sense. That's Vegapunk's headquarters. I think a forest area would be more suitable testing ground than the sea-based target. Louisa Kingdom. So now we know that Louisa Kingdom is a sea-based island. So we have 2 water islands now. So we have this Louisa Kingdom, and then of course Fishman Island, where we meet Shirahoshi and King Neptune and Shirahoshi's brothers and Hody. So that's cool. Quite a lot of people live there. There is no consequence, understood. Yeah. So then we get the names of the actual 5 elder planet gods. So, yeah. So we have Saint J. Garcia Saturn, and he is the god of defense. Well, the planet god. He's the planet god of defense. And then we have Saint Marcus Mars, who is the environmental god. Then we have Top Man, Valkyr, which is the justice of... Yeah, so the Justice Warrior. He is the Justice Warrior. Which makes sense why he shoot Sabo, and he also shot Cobra. So he's all about justice. So he's kind of like... He's kind of like Sakazuki, like in the Marines, but in the Gorosei. Then we have the finance warrior god, Ethan Baran V. Nujiro. Or Nusjiro. Yeah, Nusjiro. Then we have the agriculture warrior god, Shepherd D. Peter. So, yeah, those are their names. So, that's cool. And then we see Eam, which is, I guess, he's like the main god, I guess you could say. He's like the main one. And then the other 5 are like his servants. So, that's cool. So, we see him in his very disturbing Renegon looking eyes retrieve Vivi. And he looks like he's serious about this. Like, you better retrieve Vivi or there's going to be some repercussions. Like that kind of thing. Like, jeez. And then, of course, they're probably going to say, yes, sir, and try to retrieve Vivi. So, yeah, which they're probably going to fail. You know, because probably Luffy is going to show up. Meanwhile, the kingdom of Tajin and Aegis kingdoms are both rebelling. So we have a rebel between the Tanjin Kingdom and the Aegis Kingdom. So they're kind of at odds right now between the disbanding of the warlords. So that's why the warlords were abolished. So it looks like this is how the warlord system has been abolished, because the Aegis Kingdom and the Taijin Kingdom were at odds. So I guess the winner was like, okay, no more warlords. So that's my guess. And then, of course, we see young Doflamingo, and he's so cute. We have young, I think that's Moria. Keko Moria, I'm guessing. And then we have young, is that young Crocodile? Oh my gosh, that is young Crocodile. Because I see like the stitches on his face. I'm like, wow. Crocodile was spotted. The serum and their military power has gone in a new direction. So yeah, we got Doflamingo, we got Moria, and we got Crocodile. I mean, who cares about Moria? But Crocodile and Doflamingo, yeah. Those are two very, very strong ones. The second we dock at Louisa, so we see Sabo here. The people arrested King Seki and Princess. And Princess. Sorry, guys. Yeah, and Princess Kaname. Or Kamane. We're just waiting to ambush the royals. So, yeah. They're gonna be doing some ambushing. Yeah, so yeah, okay. I'll keep that in the back of my head for later. And then we cut back to Ivankov. And we see, since I was a stowaway, they welcomed me with open arms. Yeah, so we see Dragon, and then we see Ivankov. That's when I saw the papers and found out that they pinned King Cobra's murder on me. Huh. So did Ivankov maybe transformed himself into Sabo to kill Cobra? And that's what made him think that actual Sabo killed Cobra? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's like the awakened form of like Ivankov's power, you know? Because we all know that Ivankov, he can like turn into the opposite sex. Maybe that's his awakening. Maybe he could turn into other people, like Bon Clay. Who knows? Surprisingly, the people there considered me a hero and wanted to tell them the truth. So yeah, so Dragon is talking about he wanted to tell the truth, but it was like too little, too late. So you knew the truth about all this and you didn't say anything? Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, Dragon. You kind of dropped the ball there. I'm just saying. Betty and the others have already inspired a lot of them, and I ended up bringing many of those hopeful recruits back to me. And then we cut back to Sabo, and we see a map, which is cool because I love maps. I couldn't make direct contact without any corruption snail, so I rerouted my call through the island where we are sailing. So we see the Kamabaka Kingdom in the Louisa Kingdom. So yeah, so I think they're at the Louisa Kingdom, and now they're trying to get contact with the Kamabaka Queendom, which is a island shaped like a heart. Okay. I knew that the government would intercept the single, but doing it like that would sure to fool them into thinking I was still in Louisa. Oh, okay, so basically Sabo is trying to get these people off his tracks. So very smart. So the annihilation of Louisa really did happen during that call, says Ivankov. Yeah, so It looks like Louisa used to be a thing. And then now it got obliterated? Yeah, like I guess. And then dragons are like despicable. How in the world did they do it? An enormous, like maybe the flame, what's it called? The flame mom or whatever that's called. The ones that the Gorosei have. Maybe he used that to destroy the island. Who knows? An enormous shadow seemed to engulf the sky above us. And the next moment, everything was gone. An enormous shadow? So, yeah, my guess is the Gorosei did it. The Gorosei took um, that weapon that was created by Vegapunk, like the Flame Mom or whatever, and yeah, and destroyed that kingdom. Because they're gods, so they can do that, right? There's no way it was caused by a living thing or some natural disaster. Yeah, they did it. They did it. I would bet a lot of money on that they did it. Something pitch black was flying above the clouds. The Flame Mom. I'm telling you, that was the Flame Mom or whatever. So Ivanka was all like, Sabo, earlier you said they used the name Emu. Probably to hide his identity. Right, this may be a little out there, but when the world we know was created 800 years ago. Wow, the One Piece world was created 800 years ago? Wow. That's pretty small compared to like thousands of years ago. Vast Saint Emu of House Nerona. Maybe that's his real name. Nerona. Yeah. Someone has used it before, which means is a person out there that doesn't need to worry about death. Well, the Gorosei don't need to worry about death. Because they're gods, right? They're gods. They literally label themselves gods, like the god of agriculture, the god of justice, and all these different gods. So, yeah, they're gods. So, of course, they can survive death. Because they're not humans. Could anyone else but a founder commander of the 5 elder planets, the highest of void nobles, the celestial dragons fancy themselves as descendants of gods after all? Okay, so we have the Gorosei, who are gods, and then we have the celestial dragons, which are descendant of gods. So you could say that the Gorosei is the ancestors of celestial dragons. That's neat. Would be Vegapunk, yeah. So that's why the government wants Vegapunk so much. Because he created a weapon to destroy the entire planet. So what if that's the ancient weapon? It could... Wow, okay, so Vegapunk created an ancient weapon. Yeah, crazy. That is crazy. Robin told us about the ancient weapons do in fact exist, but if this person had such a weapon, why would they use it now? I have no idea, Dragon, don't ask. So now we're in the present day of the Holy Land of the Merry Gorosei. The celestial dragons have been sentenced to death. Yeah, so the celestial dragons are dead. They're completely dead. However, the information will never be reported to the outside world. Well, we know as the readers. Ha ha ha. And then we see a guy with his beard and his hair are shaped like a moon. So the judge was a former king of the land known as God Valley. He currently serves as a supreme commander of God Knights. God Knights. So he's a god too, huh? Lots of gods in this chapter. Lots of gods. His name is Saint Garland Foggerland. The man he sentenced to execution none other than the one who chose to defend the fishman. He defended the fishman. So he defended one of those kingdoms, the Aegis kingdom, one of the kingdoms. So yeah, so he was sentenced to death for that. Saint Don Quixote Massogard. I'm wondering if he's related to the Don Quixote family. Anyone who protects this scum is lower than this scum they protect. Dang! So, this guy, Saint Don Quixote Massogard, slaughtered this leader for defending a fishman island. Wow, what a jerk. What a jerk. Straight up. But yeah, guys, that is the end of the chapter, and we're going to be getting a break for 5 weeks. And then it says here that Hoda is going to be doing an eye surgery, so that's why there's not going to be no One Piece chapter for like a month, which I hope Hoda has a good eye surgery. I hope it goes well for him. I give my wishes that his surgery goes wonderfully. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this chapter review. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the chapter down below. Yes, a lot of stuff going on in that freaking chapter, which makes sense. Oda's gonna be going to his eye surgery, which once again I hope his eye surgery goes well for him. So that's why we're getting all this information to tie us over for the next 5 weeks, which that's definitely going to tie me over for the next month, because I'm definitely going to be doing a part 2, I guess, of talking about this chapter, so definitely be prepared for that. So yeah, guys, like I said before, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the chapter down below. So yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Matane!